Basically today, I'm going to show you a short stretch, short meditation, but it's going to be focused on tension release. You know, a lot of stretches are tension release. You already know that. But there's a key message in today's little movement. The purpose of what I do with helping women age well is to, number one, bring the nervous system down to the parasympathetic nervous system, where we dull that fight and flight response and come down into that deep calm response. And that's what yoga and stretch therapy is all about, because it trains the body to live in that state. And you'll hear yoga practitioners and yoga teachers and real purist yoga people say that they live yoga. We live in a yoga state. And I know I needed this modality many years ago. I was constantly in this fight or flight state all the time. I was in this buzz up here all the time, and the chest was starting to get tight, and it was really hard for me to learn how to get the breath down. That took a little time and patience and practice. So one of the key muscles that I want to just address with you today is the psoas muscle. The psoas lives deep inside the hips, and it's the only muscle that connects the top half of the body to the bottom half of the body. Now, that doesn't mean the muscle is attached directly to the bone. Fascia is what lives directly pretty much under the skin. That is that network of collagen and network of sinew that wraps around all muscles, all bones, and it does the actual attaching. So the psoas, so if you get this picture, do you suffer from sciatic pain? Are you tight in the hips? The psoas lives pretty much right back here at the very base, T12, the very base of your spinal column, and it's kind of like a strap that wraps down through the buttock and attaches right up high into your hip bone. So it's the strap on each side that comes from the base of your sacroiliac joint right down low through the buttock down into the upper part of the thigh. Now that is often tight. So if you feel that you get a lot of sciatic when you are driving, and you have trouble walking, if we can release out the psoas and keep it strong but keep it flexible, your posture lifts. Everything about how you move and how you walk and how you hold this posture up will change. All right, sitting up nice and straight, come forward in your seat. Let's grab the left ankle. Can you pull this left ankle over the right knee? The right knee is straight up and down. Now this left leg is crossed over the right knee. Your spine is up nice and straight. What are you feeling right now? Your left hip should be kind of feeling it. Even if this right foot on the floor, you raised the heel up and you brought the toes, came up on the toes, lifting the right heel, that lifts this leg up a little more. Flex this foot here, this foot that you've just brought across, and by flexing the foot kind of holds the muscles the way they should be held. Okay, what you're going to do now is hand on the knee, hand on the foot, and bring the body over. Come on over, bring the body over. How's that hip feeling? What is happening here? And as you kind of fold over and sort of just lean on this leg. Now just sit here for a second and feel the fibers just starting to open up. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Imagine the breath now going swirling around that psoas. The reason this psoas is so important is because it's the link from top body to lower body. It also has nerves and fibers that reach to the diaphragm. So your diaphragm is what stretches down when we take that belly breath, and it's the psoas that's kind of attached to it. Now, if you can't take that breath and feel that the diaphragm is stretching right down, it's because that psoas will be kind of tight and linking on it, not allowing the move. So the reason we take that deep belly breath to move the diaphragm moves the psoas and helps to release out tension in the hips. All right, come on out. You're probably thinking, oh, my foot's gone to sleep. Come on up, come on up. Let's let that leg go down now. Oh, how's it feeling? Now just breathe for a second. Let's get this right leg. Even if you need to kind of lift the ankle. Now, if there is any reason why you can't lift it right up here, I'll get you to grab hold of the knee and simply lift it if you can. If you can't cross over, if you have any kind of restriction and you can't cross the leg, that's okay, I totally understand. But see if you can just lift the hip. If you can kind of lift the hip or the knee, can you grab hold of the shin and just turn it very slightly and maybe get that action happening? Or can you cross the legs down in front and simply cross at the ankles and come forward that way if there's any form of restriction with your body that doesn't allow you to bring the leg up. Otherwise, let's go to this right leg. Ankle, come right over the left leg, not at the ankle. So I want you to be able to see here, my cool little socks. It's not the ankle that's on the knee. I want you to bring the lower part of the shin on the knee. I don't want pressure on your ankles. So lower part of the shin on the knee. Hand to the knee, hand to that ankle, and come on over, come on over, come on over, come on over, just as best you can. Now feel that deep inner muscle. How's that right hip feeling? How's it feeling? How's it feeling? It's a good stretch, isn't it? All right, come on up, come on up. We'll release that one out and come on down and breathe. How's it feeling? You going okay? That you've come down. Breathe and start to be aware of how these hips are feeling. You know, in our mind, we will think that our hip flexors and all that strapping around the hips, we think it's made of steel tensile cording. It's not. It's not. It's made of muscle. Muscle and fascia. And when you work this muscle and fascia together, it's amazing the release you will feel in the body. The meditation part is really simple and really quite cool. So come on down, let's rest the hands straight down. Soften the shoulders, bring them back and down. Make sure your earlobes are a fair distance from the shoulders. Rest the hands either in the lap, hands down, hands up, whatever you would like to do. Close the eyes now if you wish and take a deep inhale through the nose. Deep inhale. Now just see if you can really get it right down there into the belly. Feel the swell of the belly, and as you feel the diaphragm stretch down there, get a sense of it being attached right down further into those two psoas muscles. And now that we've stretched them a little, the diaphragm just might move a little more freely. So take that deep breath. And I want you to now bring your mind down into that deep region down there that we've just stretched. Start to be aware of your psoas and start to be aware of your diaphragm and be aware of some of the organs all down in that region. Now picture any form of tension that might be in your body right now, tension or pain, whether it's physical or whether it's emotional. It could be living in your back, it could live in the shoulders, it could live down in the hips. Now picture it, bring your mind to it. Whether it's emotional, whether it's physical. I'm not asking you to bring up any emotional stuff from the past. That's not what this little meditation is about. What I want you to picture is, or feel, is there a tightness somewhere? If so, go there. Go there. And picture it. And give it a little bit of a picture. Is it something sharp that's kind of digging you? Is it a dull ache? Is it something that just feels like a lump that's just not moving, something that's just annoying you? Go with your mind now and find the way to release it. In your mind, unhook it or bring it out and let it release up and out with the next breath outwards. In your mind, clear it out. Take an imaginary scoop. Scoop it up, throw it out. Is it a tightness? Go with your mind and with the palm of your hand or your thumb, imagine yourself pushing it and releasing it out. Now, where it's sitting is also key. Is it in the hip? Is it in the back? Is it up in the shoulders? Is it back of the neck? Is it at your side? Where is it? Is it in the knee? And feel in your mind that you're going there to grab hold of it, pick it up, toss it out. Now, as you've released it out, imagine now that there's kind of a little bit of emptiness there, needs to be replaced. So picture now replacing it with a light, just a beautiful, bright, white light. Imagine the light simply going to that area. Picture this in your mind. Take a deep inhale. As you now take a deep inhale, send the breath to that area. Feel the breath go to the shoulders, to the back, to the hips, and feel the breath swirl in that area, and then exhale it out. Inhale up again, exhale it out. Do that a couple more times. Take a couple of breaths, send it to the area. You might feel that's weird, sending it down to the hips or sending it to the lower back. But it actually works. It actually works. How do the hips feel now that I've introduced you to your psoas muscle? Thank you for joining me this morning. Join me next week, okay? Bye for now.